Good morning and welcome to day 61 northbound on the Appalachian Trail. Hope you're all having a good Tuesday. Well, I didn't film much yesterday because I got stuck in 2 thunderstorms while I was hiking. We were safe. We were definitely not the tallest thing in the environment, but I had the umbrella up, I had rain gear on, pack covers on, and yeah, it was a very wet and slippery hike. 19.6 miles yesterday. The last 4 were difficult just because it was in the rain and you had to go slow. I actually fell twice but didn't get hurt. They were very graceful falls, mostly because of the slippery rocks. So you do have to be really careful. Anyway, got to the shelter and there was a bunk available. Thank the good Lord, because the last thing I wanted to do was set up my tent in the rain. And 7 Iron was there. Restless was there. She's a retired military young woman. And Magellan was there. I hadn't seen him for a while, intermittently. And so the 4 of us, it was great. The 4 of us were in the shelter and had a very, very good night's sleep. It rained a lot during the night and it poured this morning. So it's 8:30 right now. It's starting to lighten up a little bit. So I'm hoping and praying we're done with the rain for today. But I'm not getting my hopes up because there is, well, nobody has any cell signal here. So we really don't know what the forecast is. So you just gotta be prepared and take it as it is. But yeah, it was very interesting putting on wet shoes and socks this morning. Yuck. We hung up a line but nothing really dried. That was the last thing I did. I do have another pair of dry socks with me, but why put on dry socks with wet soaking shoes? Makes no sense. So I'm saving my dry socks for nighttime if I need them. So, and putting on wet t-shirt, my merino t-shirt, which is not so bad. That was a little bit damp. I put that on this morning. It's kind of like jumping in a pool with a wet bathing suit. You put it on, you put the wet bathing suit on, you jump in the pool as quickly as possible and you don't feel it anymore. Same thing with hiking. You put on those wet shoes and socks, that wet t-shirt, start walking, and you don't feel it. I don't feel it anymore, so it's no big deal. Okay, so today the plan is another big day, 18.5 miles. The terrain apparently is much more vigorous. I believe I'm climbing up to 4,000 feet at one point. So getting psyched for that. And then the next 2 days are going to be what I call normal, 13, 15 miles. The 18 and 19 milers are, they're hard with a full pack, especially when I'm pack heavy, town heavy, because I have full resupply. I ate well yesterday. I try to eat the heaviest things in my pack and for the first day. And so I want to believe my pack is a little lighter. It doesn't feel any lighter though. So that's all right. Anyway, Mike is doing great. How we doing, Micah? He's doing fine. There was another family, a young couple who were camping. They set up their camp. They're just doing a section hike, but they had a dog. So Micah got a little, he had a little friend to play with this morning. But anyway, back to business. Back to hiking. No more playing. Right, Micah? But he'll have an opportunity to play again, I'm sure. All right. Hope you're all having a great Tuesday. I'll check in later. And yeah, I think it's starting to brighten up. Wouldn't that be nice if the rain is done? All right. Take care. Bye-bye. There's a beautiful river here. We just started our hike, and there's a beautiful river. The water's flowing really well. It should be after all that rain. All right. I also want to say happy birthday to my friend Eddie. Today is his birthday, and I hope I have a signal to call you and wish you a happy birthday. But if I don't, when you see this video, you'll know I'm thinking about you. All right, have a good day. Well, the hike has been mostly in the woods today. There was a beautiful fern forest that I went through about an hour ago. And now I'm just heading towards the next shelter, which is called War Spur shelter. I was going to try to push on to Laurel Creek shelter, which would have been an 18.5-mile day. War Spur shelter is going to make it a 13.5-mile day. And I think after yesterday's almost 20-mile day with 2 thunderstorms, I think I'm feeling a little bit like I want this to be a little bit of a shorter day today. So I'm going to do, I think I've made the decision to stop at the next shelter, which is from here about 3 miles away, which will get me into camp around 4:30 as opposed to 7:30 if I push on to the other shelter. So the weather has definitely improved, although I do see on the horizon some dark clouds. So I'm going to see what the situation is, but I might decide to sleep in the shelter again because it makes for a quicker getaway in the morning. But I'll see what the situation is. If there's lots of people there, then I'll tent. So this is definitely humbling in terms of, you have to listen to your body. And I could easily push through and say, okay, I'm going to push and I'm going to get there at 7:30. But, I'm just feeling a little sluggish today, and I think I want to end early. So 13.5 miles in this terrain is nothing to be embarrassed about. I've decided. It's all good. And I'll see how I feel tomorrow. If I'm feeling better, tomorrow was supposed to be a 13-mile day. So if I'm feeling good tomorrow, then I'll make my 18-mile day tomorrow, again, to try to get to Daleville by the weekend. So that's my plan. All right. I hope you're all having a great Tuesday. I just got a text from my son. He's all moved out of his dorm room and he's heading home. So freshman year, check, done. Good for him. This is one proud mama. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, we made it to War Spur shelter. Laurel Creek shelter, which is where I was going to go, is another 6 miles away. And it's 4:30, and we're both tired, and we've already done 13.7 miles. So I'm making the executive decision to stop. So we're going to stop. Am I going to sleep in the shelter or pitch my tent? Since I have the pick of the tent spots, and there are plenty of lovely ones, and the weather looks okay, I don't know. I'm going to think about that. Well, I guess I made the right decision because there I am set up in the shelter. I've been here 45 minutes. I even set up a little place I washed my shirt in the creek, and I'm hanging my insoles and my socks, and there's my water and my shoes. And guess what? It is thundering. And can you hear that? it is starting to thunder. So I made the right decision, because had I pitched my tent, I would have been packing up a wet tent in the morning. So I'm delighted, but I better go take my laundry down, right? Because it's not going to dry. All right. Craziness. And now it's pouring. So I'm a little giddy. I'm so happy to be in the shelter right now. It's 5:30, so I would still be hiking had I made the decision to push on to Laurel Creek shelter, which is 5.9 miles, 6 miles from here. And, you know, I would have gotten stuck in this like I did yesterday. I survived, but it's always nice if you don't have to hike in a thunderstorm. Plus, the last part of Laurel Creek shelter is up a hill. So, you know, I would have been exposed. Maybe, who knows? I don't even know. I'll find out tomorrow on my way north. Anyway, I'm all set up. I'm gonna cook dinner in a few minutes, and I have a visitor. There is a bird's nest there, and there is definitely a bird in there. I saw a bird in there. I don't know if there are any babies in there, but she just left to go probably get some food or continue to build her nest. I don't know what the status is inside, but it looked like, I couldn't see the bird real fast, but it was a small gray bird. It might be a vireo, or it might be a tufted titmouse. I don't know, I couldn't see. She took off pretty fast. So that's pretty cool, sharing the shelter with a bird's nest. All right, Micah looks like he's down for the count. I'm gonna give him dinner in a few minutes too. And yeah, it's pretty much pouring. So hope you're all having a great Tuesday. I certainly am right now. Dry and warm. All right, take care.